Republicans demanding a new probe into Hunter Biden's laptop after the New York Times finally confirmed the authenticity of the infamous story. But it might be too little too late after how the media originally reported on the story.
The U.S. authorities are seeing if those emails we just talked about are connected to an ongoing Russian disinformation effort.
It is so obviously a Russian operation.
Hunter Biden, this laptop that intelligence officials have warned is likely Russian disinformation.
Ongoing Russian disinformation effort.
Ongoing Russian disinformation effort.
All of a sudden, two and a half weeks before the election, this laptop appears somehow.
Dana, the other part of this that I think you really find intriguing is what the social media groups did to make sure this story didn't get out. And that was freeze everybody's account that used that New York Post story, including the New York Post account. So they froze it till the election was over. Damage done.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and Brian, it's so good to see you, and you're absolutely right. I was one of, I think, there was like a couple thousand people that had their accounts either suspended or I think even suppressed after, simply because we either talked about the New York Post story about the laptop and all of that, or we shared a link to it, or we would even share a link to someone else who wrote about it. It didn't matter. It didn't matter how you spoke about it. You were targeted and you were suppressed. And Brian, fun fact, you know the whole birdwatch thing that Twitter has right now where you can fact check other people on Twitter? Well, all of the people who had their accounts suspended for sharing the New York Post legitimate and credible reporting, none of us are eligible because we had been wrongly suppressed before. Even though Jack Dorsey came out and said it was wrong, he never did anything to rectify it. These people don't care about truth. And now we had the tech companies that were colluding with Democrats and colluding with the Biden campaign to shut down everyone and prevent discussing it. I mean, Brian, you know how that works. If you're prevented from talking about it, you want to talk about it more. If you're told you can't discuss it, you want to discuss it even more, especially so when there was a giant pile of evidence suggesting impropriety and corruption on behalf of the Bidens.